Okay. It's the Rundown, Wednesday, brought to you by Movement Watches. Join the motherfucking movement. 165 countries across the world have joined the movement. Millions of people have joined the movement.
What countries in the world?
Get
Definitely
like
not.
100.
Don't think I would have guessed 165.
I think there's like 166. I think it's like every single country in the world has basically joined the movement. There's not many more than 165.
So we're selling them in problematic countries now?
we're
Good for you. That's where the money's at.
Listen, people need to know the time.
You can be like, like blood diamonds and stuff. You still gotta check your watch. It's a good thing Movement's like down with us because blood diamonds in your ad read is usually not what you're going for.
There are 100.
They're not. They're in your ad read, not in your watches.
What? How many? 190.
195.
Yeah. So so the 30 bad ones, we're not
We
selling.
avoid
to.
them. Yep.
Everybody else, join the movement. You can get sunglasses, you can get watches, affordable, different materials, different colors, different styles, cool watches, starting at just $95 right now. You can get 15% off when you go to mvmt.com/rundown. You get free shipping, free returns, 15% off. Join the movement today. Coley Mick is in, Feitelberg is in, Dave is on the West Coast, Monster Hits only. Dan is doing Dan things, but we'll start with Deadspin. We should just replay an old Rundown where we're talking about another Deadspin hit piece.
I was yawning to
Same
start
fucking
this.
thing.
I'm coming down from my sugar high that we addressed right before this, but it's just the same thing. And it's like I don't even usually read them anymore. I read them because I knew I was gonna have to talk about them today. I read this one and I can't tell you one thing in it that
It's new.
stuck out. I mean, like obviously the what inspired it to be written again is new, and then it's just a bunch of like we didn't like this joke, we didn't like this joke. Smitty took a shower one time. Like,
You know what really bothers me? It's like, I don't know. It's just that they try to say the same things in just a different way. They're just like repackaging it with like different adjectives and different words and different. It's like thesaurus.com, and they just sit there and plug and play Mad Libs and say the same old.
You know
shit
what's
about
kind
us
of
every
like
fucking day.
this might be kind of complimentary, but it's almost like well, it's
don't
not.
do that.
It's not. It's not. It's like you know how like Nicki Minaj's flow is always like da 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 ba whatever it is. They do that with like Barstool, and then they add something else.
That little, it's not like a parenthetical, but it's like Barstool, comma, a website for blah, 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 blah.
a website, a MAGA hat website, Barstool.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's what.
The latest one was
kinda hot
Barstool
for
Sports,
me.
a website for where everybody wants to be the next Donald Trump Jr., which is just like, that's so lazy because it's just not true at all. You can't find me one person here who wants that. Like, not a single person would agree to that. Who here wants to be the next Donald Trump Jr.? You?
He's really rich.
Well, yeah, all right.
Like exceedingly more money than any of us will ever see.
So you would be Donald Trump
You just
Jr.
want-
right
you just
now?
want the cheddar.
Would you trade lives with Donald Trump Jr. right now? Deadspin's watching.
I would think about it.
And that's honesty right there.
He's
folks.
got way more hair than me. Like, there's a lot. He's not.
Hair and money is
Yeah.
tough. Like, it's tough
Look
to
up.
turn that
Well,
down.
he's got a lot going on. He's got a lot going on.
Things are good for DJ.
But no,
DJ Trump.
they call. He's not complaining.
Oh, they're gonna have a field
The-
day
oh,
with this.
I'll tell you what, I didn't know where Coley was going to go with this. Not where I expected. This is a curveball.
This is
A
how you
good
do it.
12
This is how you do a guest appearance on the Rundown. Come in and be like, "You're right. We love Trump. See you in 6 months."
Well, earlier, like Pete was saying he would vote for him again. Like, there's a lot going on in this office today. You never know. You never know what you're gonna get. And that's why the one thing that they said that stuck out was that Drew Madry, whatever his last name is.
Everyone says that's what his name. He should legally change his name to that.
Wait, it's
Drew
McGarry, right?
Madry, whatever his last name
Madry
is.
or
I don't.
McGarry?
I said McGarry, Marjorie.
It's
Margarine.
a brutal last name. Stinks.
All of them: Samir Khalif, Drew Majari,
Well,
and the other one. There's another one.
I mean,
that's hard
look,
to say.
like I said, John Feitelberg agrees.
Yeah, but there was my last name stinks. They said like this isn't a perfect world. How could it be when Barstool exists? As if you removed us,
The problems of the
the
world would go away.
butterfly effect would just be astronomical.
Flint would have water, and
the
peace in the
clearest.
Middle East, and yeah, this is more Barstool ruined everything. And then
I forgot about that line. That's what I mean by they all blend together. I already forgot about that line.
Right, and that was like 2 minutes ago.
They called us puke too. Which
Puke?
I don't hate that insult.
I do.
You just puke.
I don't
Yeah,
like, I don't
you're
like
just puke. All right, that's why it's a good
You
insult.
little fucking puke. Nah, that's something that
Do
like
you-
the uncle in Home Alone would say.
Right.
Ah, you little, look at you, you little shit, you little puke.
You little puke. When they said that Dave was stealing content by posting the Ric Flair video, I mean that's where you lose all credibility.
Yeah.
It's like That's not stealing content when you use a very famous pop culture video.
Did you see it got taken down though?
Did it?
Yeah. So Dave has this great statement about like stealing content, and then it's
With like a
the right to remove.
DCMC. Yeah.
No way.
So that
I'll
happened
tip of the
today.
cap to whoever got that done.
But like this is because I saw a lot of people being like, and you took umbrage with this, like us being called like "fuck Jerry 2.0."
Yeah.
Like the thing with "fuck Jerry" is they'll just completely screenshot the entire joke and add nothing else to it. They're just like, here you go, and we'll take like it would be like if you looked at me or Tyler's timeline, like our personal ones. It's like, oh, everyone's talking about this thing. Here's
make a
our
joke
joke
about it.
on
Yes.
it. So that's where
the
it's
internet.
like.
It's also,
man.
but it's also a different thing that like I didn't know yesterday. There is one thing. Erica sent out like an email clarifying like what the process is, but there is one thing that's weird about working at Barstool where everyone has like their own job and their own thing, and they don't know anything about anyone else.
Yes.
So I
Correct.
had no idea that we
1000%.
had this thing.
Right.
That is
The portal.
It's
We
the
got the portal.
process in order to. And like, where the fuck were you to correct me the whole time? Like you must.
I
have
was
known
saying that the whole time that we take the social team for granted, and that they do try
And
to
he
do
was
this stuff the
sitting here
right
like
way.
an asshole. This stuff.
I mentioned it on some programs yesterday. I guess not this one.
As I was sitting here talking about how I wasn't saying we don't. I said we didn't. I didn't know. I said there are new processes in place and we have to follow them.
No.
You sat there with a microphone in your hand and didn't say we do.
I didn't want to interrupt.
We 99.999% of the time we do the right thing.
I
and
was
if we don't,
speaking
we
more
try to
largely
figure
about
it
the
out.
internet in itself and saying how there are new things and new ways, new rules you have to abide by. And one of the fucking people in charge just didn't feel like saying, yeah, we got a system.
We're talking to
In charge feels like a lot.
But
In charge?
I mean, you have you
has a
do
microphone in his
people
hands.
at stool. You have a social account you're in charge of, right?
Sure, I don't. Yeah.
I
the
feel
least
like
convincing.
well, I credit Tommy Smokes for any video you take or anything that gets posted on people's film like that was Tommy Smokes.
But it's not like all kidding aside. A lot of people have access to that account.
Okay.
So
Anyway, fuck Deadspin, man.
Agreed.
Bryce Harper is tampering. He just fucking is tampering, like flat out. If there's ever been an example of tampering, him being like, there's a guy playing for the Angels who will be a free agent soon, and I want him to come here. I mean, that's the fucking tampering. And then they like asked him about it. He doubled down. He said, if I said it, I meant it. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So yeah, I think the tampering should be legal. I said this on the radio.
Agreed.
I have no problem with it.
It like is like people like this is the whole NBA All-Star game is just tampering.
Everybody's just
That's all they do.
wooing and
Yeah.
talking.
I think like every first base conversation is
Absolutely.
tampering. Like, yo, you want
Everybody
come
on the
play
field.
here?
Yeah.
Go right now. Go
For
to the
sure.
clubhouse. We'll get a jersey in there for you. Come on.
You see Bryce Harper in the dugout in spring training?
The weird clap.
He's just trying to fit in, I feel like. He's just laughing it up too much. And he's one of the new guys, and yeah, I hate that guy.
You hate Bryce Harper?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I mean, he's not very good, but
Yeah, he's pretty much the most overrated player of all time.
All right.
he has one season as
Team
just Mike
Portnoy
Trout's
bullshit.
worst.
disagree.
No, the war shit and all that. Yeah, I get it.
I was slandering War a bit on radio today.
War is racist. I don't know if you know this.
Oh no, I didn't.
Mookie Betts last year, his WAR was like a point above, like 0.1 points above Trout, like while Trout was on the DL. I was like, what? How is this possible?
Well, one guy's white.
That was my. And then
See,
people were
see-
telling me, oh no, center field, it's much harder to play than Boston's right field. If you think Anaheim's center field is more difficult than Boston's right field, shut the fuck up.
Okay,
War
War is stupid.
War is very stupid.
War is stupid.
Are we,
Agreed.
okay, you know what? I'm with you guys. We're out on war.
Out
Out
on
on
war.
war.
Don't tell me war. I don't want to hear about
What
Mike
is it
Trout's
good
stunning
for?
war
You know what I
all
mean?
the time.
What is it
You
good
think about
for?
that, Tommy Smokes? You're a baseball fella. What do you think about saying fuck war?
Yeah, I was just looking. Mike Trout played 4 more games than Mookie Betts last year.
Well, that backfired. What?
Mike
last
Trout
year,
was-
Mike Trout played 140 games. Mookie Betts played 136.
What the fuck, Coley?
There was the stretch though in the middle of the season where Trout was out and Mookie's was.
Oh, so maybe it was racist at that point.
It was
Yeah,
racist
I
in
didn't
like
say.
July.
I did say in
But
the
by
middle of the season.
September,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
by September.
In
it was
September,
not
when
racist.
we were ahead of your Yankees by like 14 games, yeah, we started sitting guys. It's true.
New season. The past is the past. As a Yankee fan, I don't like to harp on that.
You looking forward to? Is Corbin getting the ball opening day?
He's on another team.
Aaron Hicks batting.
All right.
batting
Hey,
clean
we're all
up?
0-0.
That's right.
27 rings.
You think the Yankees will make the playoffs? 27 Additionally, 27 rings.
In case you forgot,
The Celtics played the Warriors last night, blew their fucking doors off.
they played a team that was wearing Warriors jerseys.
Got it.
Like Clay wasn't out there.
Got it.
It was 11-0. They made it 11-10, and then it was never a game again. And like I don't think I even saw Steph like after midway through the third quarter.
just mailed
like,
it in.
on the court. It's not they mailed it in. Like the Celtics went out there, they played very well. Hayward was amazing. Terry got into a fight, which is that's the biggest thing I took from that game. Is like Baines played his second game back. We've been missing him tremendously for whatever reason over these last 2 seasons. He's been the key cog to it all. When he's on the court, they're just a much better team. And he flopped. Boogie didn't appreciate it, called him a bitch.
Saw that.
Jason Tatum was just kind of in the way. He walked through him, called him a bitch.
Scary Terry was in the mix.
And Youngstown was in the building.
Yeah.
Like
He was ready.
Terry this year, he was like, listen, I was the starter last year for the second half of this. Whenever Kyrie went down to the rest of the year, we almost made it to the finals. Like, I'm trying to get a new contract. This is kind of fucking me over that you're back. He needed this more than anything. He played really well last night. He threw a successful lob, a thing he has never done in his life. And that fight is when the Eastern Conference Final Championship DVD comes out.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't say the NBA Finals, Kevin, because that's not a thing. That was a joke. We do a comedy program here. When that DVD comes out, this will have been that fight.
That'll be the moment, the
Not the
galvanizing
33-point win, not the first loss that the Warriors have had wire to wire since November 2016. None of that. Just that fight.
Well, we'll see. Celtics kind of stink.
My favorite thing about Terry fighting 7-footers.
I mean, he didn't even fucking like hesitate.
No, he was in
He
there.
was ready to fucking roll.
Do basketball guys go into that knowing though? Like,
That nothing's gonna happen.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
do,
But-
like,
99% of them.
Yeah.
Boogie and
Boogie will
Terry
throw.
are both ready to fight right
Yeah,
there, for
yeah.
sure. And Baines, too, also doesn't need anyone standing up for him, but it was good that the Celtics, who are toxic and hate each other, actually did stand
Yeah,
up
there
for
was a
one
lot
another in that moment.
there was a lot of bench celebrating going on.
Oh, yeah.
was a lot of
Jalen was
that.
clapping. Kyrie was applauding.
Now Chuck came out though and said that he thinks Kyrie Irving's the most miserable person alive. I mean, as a miserable person,
before we
I
go
gotta
with
be
that,
honest.
I'm not gonna shout out to the Boston Bruins. That we can't talk a little Boston sports and not talk about the Boston Bruins real quick.
Hockey.
Shout out. Big, I mean, the best team in hockey, good fucking luck with them. Pasta was skating with a stick today. First time back.
I didn't
Thick in hand.
know he was out.
Tuukka Rask hasn't lost a game since before Christmas in regulation.
In regulation.
The Boston Bruins
I hate
haven't
that
lost.
stat. It's like, did you lose the game? You lost the
Well,
game.
it's different in a shootout.
You get a point, right? Oh yeah,
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 shootout.
that's
It's,
true.
it's different in a shootout.
That's true. Okay, that's fair.
And then the team themselves haven't lost in regulation since January. Pasta's back.
Watch
What I
out.
will say is you said the exact same thing last year about
guys-
both teams. That the Bruins were going to go much deeper than the Celtics, and that they were the superior team.
I
of
didn't just say
Boston.
that
Oh, you got
right
a
now.
little, you got a little infighting here. A little
No, it's not
Boston
infighting.
dissension?
I'm
It's
just
good.
saying, like, look, we're talking Boston sports. I'm gonna talk about a team that hasn't lost since January.
You just called them the best team in hockey.
Yeah.
I call them the hottest team in hockey. I say best team in hockey.
I think you said
They're
best.
both, so I'm down. I'll ride
Okay.
it. Fuck it.
So they went.
I know the Tampa Bay Lightning are scared of them, motherfucker. And they are literally the best team in hockey, but I know they're scared of them.
Tampa's the best team.
Tampa's like far away the best team.
Second half of the rundown is brought to you by Tommy John.
They're like the Bruins have the second best record in hockey. They're in second place in their division. And they're like 17 points back.
TommyJohn.com/rundown. Get 20% off
Didn't
your
they
first
eliminate
order.
us last year?
They got
Sure
men's and women's underwear.
Won the first game though.
Feidelberg's going to start wearing the women's underwear if he's not yet wearing them. I think
I'm
he
not,
might
but if they send them to me, I'll wear them.
be. Range of fabrics that are comfortable, luxurious, stylish. They got the quick draw fly. The waistband doesn't roll down. The legs don't roll up. Designed to move with you and not against you. Coley Mick is very confused. over
Why
that.
are they afraid of us?
Go to
I got a couple inside sources
TommyJohn.com/rundown
who said,
and you'll
"We don't
save
wanna play you
20% today.
They beat us last year.
yeah,
They're far superior to us this year.
they have a better record this year.
They're shaking in their boots.
They don't want to come to Boston. They don't want to come to Boston.
I think they'll
Now they
have
would
no
have
problem doing this.
home ice advantage because, like I said, they are way higher than us in the points.
They don't want to go to Boston, and they're probably not going to have to. But
You know what? I'm in.
Right.
Tampa's-
Just trust me. Just trust me on this.
Tampa's
Tampa
stinks.
doesn't want to play Boston.
R. Kelly sat down and did an interview with Gayle King, and which is crazy. I don't even know. Like, shouldn't he be in like custody or something? I don't even
He
know
got
why.
bailed out by that random stranger.
Yeah, that's right.
Quick 100K.
He went bananas.
It wasn't. He didn't get interviewed. He put on a performance.
Yeah. Well, we were. I was
That's
watching.
like
him-
if I was them, I wouldn't even put this out. I would have been like, he's a fucking Like, you're just trying to use us as a platform. Fuck you, man. We're not even gonna do this
I thought
anymore.
the beat was about to drop. like it looked like the beginning of a music video. He was like pointing into the camera like he was putting on a show, and it was supposed to be like, boom, okay, music video starts now. I mean, he's gonna do something drastic, I think.
I feel like
He's crazy.
We're 2 decades late for that statement.
Yeah, I think he's,
oh boy.
yeah, well.
You know,
We know
to
where
himself.
you were
Yeah,
going
yeah.
with that.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely done something drastic and horrific. I think it's just a matter of time before it's him.
That, you know what line always gets me and stuff like this, though? Now, R. Kelly is not innocent. He is a guilty man. That's, well, it's not a fact, but it's
Pretty much a
it's
fact.
pretty close to a fact.
Yeah.
When they say shit like, I'm fighting for my life, I'm always like, fuck, what would I do, though? Like, would I get up and just start screaming and look like a crazy man if I was innocent?
Oh, yeah, that's true. If you were innocent and you were being accused of, like,
This.
being a
Yeah.
literal monster,
Whenever I hear that, something like that, like,
I'd
you're
be like,
you're attacking
I probably
my
would be
life.
like, seriously,
Right.
like he was. Like,
Yeah.
this seriously isn't true.
Like when
So, I don't know,
Gail
that's
King
pretty
was
good.
like, "You're acting like the victim here." I'm like, "I am the victim."
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't do it.
Right, that's a good point. Because then you're fucked. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you were just like, seriously, guys, I didn't do it, people would be like, oh, that's not convincing.
Exactly.
You know, but if you're the crazy person and you look like irrational, that's why you should never put yourself in a position where you're accused of kidnapping and raping 50 people.
Good point.
Just don't find yourself in that position in any way, shape, or form.
Smart play.
Yeah, that's not like a wrong place, wrong time type of
No,
accusation.
like, you know, maybe once, and even then we're pushing it. Like 50 times, that's probably on you. Footage of this cruise ship almost it just tilted. It was a 100-mile-an-hour wind. It tilted. I mean,
I
people
hope-
were acting like, you know, it was the Titanic.
This should happen to every cruise ship.
Yeah.
And it should knock it over.
That one girl was
All right,
sitting
Bill
up-
Bear.
I mean, it was like I went on a cruise once in my life, and it was the worst weekend of my life. It was horrible. It was horrible. Everyone was so fat and gross. This is a couple years ago when I wasn't
I was
one of
gonna
those
say,
people.
you know,
Yeah, no,
it's one of those things though. Guess where you were, John?
At
You were
that-
on that fucking boat with them.
At
You're one
that
of them.
time, I'd won a free trip, and look, I'm not gonna pass up a free trip. At that time, I wasn't fat girls. I was like, where are the non-fat girls people at? And they're like, not on the fucking cruise ship.
Where was
buddy.
it? Where'd you go?
Went to, this is when I almost I was trying to buy drugs in
Bahamas.
the Bahamas, yeah. Almost got killed. Went over the hill in Nassau. I don't know if you know.
Don't
Not
do
a
that.
good spot to be.
Stay on this side of the hill. Would you go there?
Yeah.
I
they have drugs?
feel like
Sure did, yeah.
Sounds like a good place.
Sure did. Also on like a dilapidated building, they had this was back when the Big Three, Miami. So then it was like a building like falling apart, probably a home, but it was in rough shape, and someone still took the time to paint the Big Three on the side of it. Like the worst painting you ever seen. I think it was just a bunch of neighborhood kids out there with chalk. And it was really, really bad. But the jerseys were good. I could read the numbers on the jerseys.
that's where you
I
get
was
your
like,
drugs. Though. That's a good.
Yeah,
I
no.
tried to buy drugs in the Bahamas, and it was just a bag. It was a bag inside of a bag inside of a bag. Like just kept opening it, and then it was like one of those China dolls, and then or Russian dolls, whatever they are, and then there was just nothing in the end. I just had
Just a bag of bags.
It was just a bag. I just had garbage in my hands. I was like, "There's no drugs here.
That-
There's no
that's how-
marijuana at all."
That's how drug dealers store their drug bags. Is like people store their shopping bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like under your sink, you
Why
just
do
got
we
a
do
bunch
that?
of fucking bags.
I do that. I found myself doing that. I went to the grocery
Oh,
store.
I have a whole cupboard of bags.
Oh, if you don't have bags, I don't trust you.
Isn't that such a weird thing to do?
No.
Have you ever used them?
When I was like growing up, like the bathroom small trash barrels, we'd use those as like the liners.
Okay, that's fair. I've done that before. I've just never been like, all right, need my shopping bag. I need my
bag of bags. Well, it's like you
Go in
feel
there and
like
grab it.
you feel like a jackass like throwing them out because you're like, this is clearly plastic.
I'm gonna kill like so many
Yeah,
turtles.
this is gonna
Yeah.
drown.
Fucking
in
fish.
it.
And
then
I
it's
almost
like-
like infant.
Yeah.
Infant turtle.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I feel like, like your grandparents did and your parents did, and now like we're
Yeah.
doing it too. Like you gotta save your bags.
If you don't have a
Yeah,
bag
so
of
maybe
bags,
he was a good-hearted drug dealer who stores his bags in that bag.
He
He
was like,
thought
I'm
he
just-
was getting you the good one, but he,
Or he was just like,
actually-
I'm gonna dispose of all my bags to this naive white boy.
yeah. How many? I have a theory that you can fit an unlimited amount of bags inside one bag.
Yeah.
I've never reached like the tipping point.
We should do that.
There's just one
Let's
king
do that.
bag, and then the rest just all fit
Let's
in.
go get as many bags as we can and figure out how many it would take.
Fine, I don't
I
think.
would
Everyone
say-
bring your bags tomorrow.
I would
we're gonna-
say Upwards of 450 bags.
Oh, I think it's 1,000.
Is that what your answer
I'll tell you
is?
what, if we get to
definitely
the
upward.
hundreds of thousands, I'm tapping.
Hundreds of thousands. I think we'll get 400 bags into one bag.
I think that's like, I think we're gonna be like, I could live in here. This is so spacious right now. They just keep going.
It's Alice in Wonderland down there. Tommy, how many bags?
Are we considering, is this a garbage bag or like a plastic bag?
Tommy has no idea what we're
It's a
talking
plastic
yeah,
bag
yeah,
inside a
yeah.
plastic bag.
Oh, just like one, like a grocery bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can ball them up. You can line them.
244.
The answer's probably like 26.
No.
I feel like you would be the
Crying
the
fat
girl
girl.
crying on the floor. Yeah, I was gonna say just the girl. The crying fat girl is the more apropos description. It would be you. Be honest.
I wouldn't be pumped.
Yeah. If we were on a cruise ship, I would love to be on a cruise ship that starts tilting with Coley Mick.
I don't care about
would go-
when
He would
planes
melt
do
like
this
a
stuff.
fucking ice cream in the sun, man. He would be a puddle. He would go from such a big bad tough guy. I used to fucking bounce at the bar in Boston to sitting on the floor crying, crying.
I bounced at a pizza shop in Amherst.
Why did the pizza place need a
Dope.
bouncer?
Because it was right next to all the bars, and they had
it.
hot cheese up front. It was a
Got it.
scene in there, Kevin.
Understand.
A scene.
I don't care when these things happen on planes, like when a plane like hits like crazy turbulence. I'm not going to like but on a cruise ship, I'd be like, this fucking sucks. I don't want. I'll die in a fiery crash. I don't want to drown.
I would definitely feel in the moment like, all right, we're tipping completely over. But then once it didn't tip over, I think I'd be like, all right.
For sure, but it's like it's also where are you on the ship? Because in my dumb brain, if I'm on like the top, it's like, oh well, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna land in the ocean.
And I'll just swim to
But
safety.
if you're in like the bottom, it's like, well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna die now.
That's why I want to be on the boat with him and just watch him freak out. We got to get to the top, guys.
Well, there's no time to react. It's just all like, oh
You're a
man.
good swimmer, Coley?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
a lot of surface area, much like a cruise
lot
ship.
of buoyancy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Displaced.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm right on top.
All right, that's it for the rundown. Any after show? We did Deadspin.
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
My birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, man. That's the rundown.
You gonna say it?
I said it's his birthday.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gave him
Yeah,
a
but you
hug.
didn't say happy birthday.
I gave you
Yeah.
a hug.
Yeah, but
I-
now we're on camera.
But you're not
Right,
happy.
It's totally different.
Me saying it's not
But,
gonna.
happy birthday is a wish, though.
Yeah.
I wished every single person I know a happy birthday every year on
We're all still
January
miserable.
1st, 2019. I
For
said,
this
if you
year?
have a birthday this year, happy
That's a
birthday.
blanket wish.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't go around giving people. The fact that you got a hug,
That was big.
great.
People, everyone says
Your
this,
yearly
this
hug.
is your year.
Is this a radio show?
This is
Or
your year,
pod?
Kevin. And I was like,
No, it's
you
not.
all said that in January
No, it's
too.
not.
And guess
Definitely
what?
not.
That didn't. It's not my year.
No chance it's your year.
I would rather you tell me that one of these years might be your year. Let's be realistic. About
It could turn around eventually.
potentially, but not now.
You're still in the mud.
I'm still deep in the mud.
Yeah.
I'm over my head in the mud.
You're
I'm on
not-
a cruise ship and it is just tipping.
The mud's over your head, but you've got like
I got mud gills.
you've got like a
I don't know what to
reed.
do. Should I sit back down?
You've got like a reed that can get some oxygen down
You're
there.
got a
a little
long
man's
straw.
land
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and eventually you'll
think
be
I'm
like,
on.
oh, I'm on my knees, I can stand, and then the mud will be at like your nipples, but you'll still be in the.
Still in the mud.
You're always gonna
I'm
have.
gonna be definitely just dirty forever.
You're never
I'll have
gonna
a
be
lot
able to
of
get all the mud off
stains
of you.
on me.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So that birthday, I'll let you know when that is.
okay.
I'll be like, you know what,
Keep me
Kevin?
posted. Looks
you
like
don't-
you're. Let me know when I get to the mud nipples.
Yeah,
Give me an estimate. 22
2.5 years.
and a half. All right. See you when I'm 36 and a half.
You sure will.
Maybe.
We could take that cruise.